In this video, we're going to take a look at how you can use the Zend Server job queue in your instance of the Zend Developer Cloud. The first thing we'll do is we'll create a new PHP project, call it JQ, and we'll make it a basic PHP project. Now just to get it up onto the site, we will push it onto our container. And now that the application is up, we'll start working on it. To work with the Zend Server job queue, there are two parts that you need to have. You need to have a front end that's going to be making the request and a back end that's going to be servicing it. Typically, your back end will be on a different server or different servers altogether, but for the sake of example, we'll do it off of the same server here. So we'll start with the back end. We'll create a new folder. We'll call it backend. And in this backend folder, we'll have a list of different jobs. We'll just create one. It will output ROT13 encoding from a variable provided by the front end. So hit finish, and we'll basically do echo stir ROT13, and we're going to need to get that variable from the front. And the way we do that is to get vars equals Zend job queue, which is a special class to interact with the Zend job queue. It'll do get current job params. And what we'll do here is we'll just pass in vars text. So that's all our backend really needs to have. So we'll now go into the front end, which is going to have a little bit more complexity built into it. We're going to be making a request on this page multiple times, so we'll be handling this information via the session. So we'll do session start. And we'll do just a simple reset function. So we'll close this out and we'll do ahref equals http. Actually, we'll just do jq slash index.php reset equals 1, and we'll call it reset. And if is set get reset unset session job ID. Now what we'll do is we'll create our job queue instance, new Zend job queue, and we'll check to see if our job in the session is set. So if is set session job ID, we'll do something, otherwise we'll do something else. Now what we'll do here is we'll do job ID equals JQ create HTTP URL job. Now the reason we do this is because all jobs are essentially just HTTP requests. And what this allows you to do is to easily scale by connecting with an existing load balancer setup so you can have as many job queues as you need, and you don't have to worry too much about managing the infrastructure on the application side. So we'll specify our URL. In this case, it'll be http kshrader.my.phpcloud.com/jq/rot13.php. We're specifically providing the name of the job that we want to pass. And then we'll pass as an array the variables that we need. So in this case, it will be the one text. And it's going to be, this is some text. Create HTTP job, we'll return a job ID, and we'll add that to our session. Equals job ID. And with that set, we can now go and check on our job status. So the way we do that is we do status equals JQ get job status based off of the session job ID. That status variable is an associative array, and so we'll check to see if status equals Zend job queue status completed. We'll do one thing. If not, we'll echo still waiting. Now, if we have the status and the status is completed already, we can simply echo out the output of that job. So we can do echo, we'll do pre, because it includes the HTTP headers, echo pre, echo status, output. So now let's go back to our page and we'll reload it. And we see that I got the HTTP headers as well as the ROT13 encoded data. So that will give you a basic start on how you can get up and running using the Zend Server Job Queue in your Zend Developer Cloud.